sometimes it's just a simple pleasure to get a guitar out of the box and have a look at it. And today was one of those days when this arrived. It's the Ibanez AFS95T. It's a jazz box, hollow body guitar. It is a semi-acoustic that is closest in construction to an acoustic, although still very far away from it. Point being that on a normal semi-acoustic you'd expect to find a central block that runs down the centre of the body, holding the neck and holding the pickups. Hollow body doesn't have that. It's got some struts certainly that hold the screws, that hold the pickups, but as such it's an extraordinarily light guitar. It doesn't have the central block. There's less wood used in the construction, which reduces sustain, which is exactly what the people that play these things like. They're jazz guitarists. They don't want something that's wailing with sustain. Let's go from the top. We've got rather attractive pearloid kidney tuning knobs on gold sealed tuners. The neck is an interesting construction. It is a maple and mahogany neck. Now my notes said that it's mahogany, maple, mahogany. So you've got, I can't tip this over, you've got a stripe of maple down the centre, which is thick enough to see. It's a third of the width of the neck, and that's flanked by a strip of mahogany on each side. Going to the fretboard is rosewood. It has a white binding, or an off-white binding possibly. The fret markers are quite interesting. They are crosses of abalone in the centre, which is the rainbow coloured thing, and that is surrounded, edged by white pearloid, so they're particularly attractive. The markings, of course, as always, are mirrored on the player's side by the traditional dots. Coming down to the body, another interesting piece of construction is that the wood used for the body is sycamore. Now, sycamore is actually a relative of maple, and therefore the tone wood characteristics are quite similar. The sycamore used here has a nice flamed finish, and the body is, as I said before, hollow with a nice bulge on the front and back. This requires the scratch plate to be floating. You can't stick a scratch plate to a curved top, and in particular, particularly nice on this guitar is the scratch plate is faced with the same veneer as the rest of the guitar. Swiftly moving on to what looks like large lumps of hardware. This is an Ibanez produced Bigsby style vibrato unit, which is actually licensed by the Gretsch Guitar Company. Old-fashioned vibrato technology. Don't use it for heavy whammy stuff. It's there just to give a little trill to the end of your chords or notes and such like. The bridge is a Tune-o-matic. This is a slight improvement here. Actually, the saddles are not blades, they're rollers, so that allows the string to roll over as you use a vibrato arm and brings it back closer to tune than it would possibly otherwise come. The bridge is not fixed, it's a floating bridge, so you'll have to set this up when you receive this guitar. It's quite easy to set up, and full instructions on doing that are on the written review on the website. Okay, there are two humbuckers on this guitar, and they are Ibanez ACH humbuckers. Interesting choice, because I've seen a couple of guitars over the last few days from Ibanez where the ACH is loaded onto a solid body, and they do have a great rock voice, so this isn't necessarily just a jazz or blues beast. I think that is the physicalities of the thing. The pickups each have their own volume and tone control, three-way pickup selector, and that is about your lot. Now let's listen to some of the voices that the thing's got. We'll play it on a clean channel, as befits the style of the instrument to start with. average humbucker, you can hear that the sound is bright, chirpy. It is a lower sustain than you might expect from something that uses more wood. Perfect jazz rockabilly sort of sounds. Bring it back to the neck humbucker. I play the same chord progression. Mix the two. You got a nice sort of bluesy sound there. Okay, so there it is. It's a jazz box. It has humbuckers. You can play them clean. They're sweet with a great voice. But as I did mention before, you can actually take this thing to sort of rockabilly or even classic rock situations. The only thing to watch out for if you're going to overdrive your amplifier with these pickups is that the hollow body guitar, in common with semi-acoustics in general, but particularly for a hollow body because there's more space inside the body for air to react to the amplifier output, you will get more problems with feedback than you would if you were playing it clean. Also bear in mind that Bixby is old-fashioned technology, so treat it with some respect, set it up properly. As I've said before, there are instructions on the website on how to do that and how to maintain it. But once you've got it, the kind of thing it's used for. I'm not a great exponent of the vibrato arm, as you might have seen from other videos, but it's there for those that can use it. Okay, that's the Ibanez AFS95T. Beautiful guitar, lovely marine blue finish, gorgeous finish to it, gorgeous inlays in the neck, beautiful jazz sound. If you want a jazz guitar, this has got to be one for you. One of the points I may not have mentioned throughout this is that the Ibanez AFS95T is a very thin body. Normally a jazz box would be a lot thicker than that. This is 40mm thick, which is a little bit slimmer than a lot of solid body guitars. So there it is. I think I've covered it all now. The Ibanez AFS95T.